Oh, damn. I had to do that. How? What's good, Jeremy? What's good, DD? Oh, I could do that. Ah. There we go. Lolo. What's good? What's good? Anybody on here who signed up for the watermelon wash out? Anybody? Well, I thought I would just hop on live here for a little while because I was live on TikTok and fucking got banned because this fucking, let me watch all this fucking censorship, man. This fucking dude told me I had nice eyes. And so I hesitate to say what I said because they kicked me off live and banned me to the 11th. I don't even want to say what I said, but yeah, and they fucking kicked me off. So I was like, fuck it. I go live on Facebook, Instagram. I don't know, like, is it like you can't say no homo? Is that like something that you can't say? Like they labeled that hate speech. And I try to play the game, on social media. You know what I'm saying? I try to play the game because there's bigger things at stake. That's the only reason. That's the only reason. Only reason I play these dumbass games is really because of the people that's being inspired by my journey, by my lifestyle. We got this watermelon washout coming up. You know what I'm saying? I'm really trying to play this dumbass game and play by these stupid ass rules. You know. But yeah, that's all I said. I was just like, no homo, no homo. You know what I'm saying? And the motherfucker reported me. And then for saying that. And then I got banned. They shut the live off. They shut it off. It was like, I don't know, there's over 300 people in there. And they just shut the shit off because I said no homo. Oh, is that what we say now? No Diddy? No Diddy. Okay. Like I've been seeing that. I get it now. I get it now. I never understood. I never made that connection. Like, what the fuck do that mean? You know what I'm saying? I just found out what NGL mean. Like I've been trying to figure that out for the longest time. Like, what the fuck do NGL mean? Like, I was seeing this shit all the time in my comment. Like, what the fuck do that mean? I was trying to, you try to figure shit out on your own because you don't want to ask. Like, I can figure this out. I can figure this out. I couldn't figure that shit out. And so I just finally had to ask. And then it was like, oh, like, duh, like, how the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But yeah, so no Diddy, huh? Let's say no Diddy now instead of no homo. See, what do DYEL mean? I don't know what that mean either. Or say pause. Shit, none of that is what I really wanted to say either. None of that was what I wanted to say. Shit, I was being nice saying no homo. Yeah, I gotta learn that. I gotta learn that dodge and weave game, man. Like social media, like that's a whole what's up, Drink Antoine. I hope I said your name right. Like that's a whole different world I gotta learn how to navigate, man. Like I'm just I don't know, man. I'm just used to, saying what the fuck I want to say. You know what I'm saying? And like it's a different world you got to learn to navigate, especially with this AI bullshit, you know. They just be responding to trigger words, you know what I'm saying? And you know, it is what it is. I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube too, Will. Well, shit. Not gonna lie. Yup. Yup. Yep. I don't know what the fuck. What the fuck do DYEL mean though? I seen that one before too. I had no idea what that meant. There's only one person, only one, maybe two people in here that's joined the washout. I think Larry, ain't you washout? And who else is in the washout that's on here now? I think that's it. How come? Hey, how you doing, Gwen? Yep. So that's a couple people, I believe. Couple people. Hey, who copied my book when it come out? Who copied my book when it come out? Nobody? Don't nobody want it? Hey, what's good, LaBash? How you doing? No, it's not gonna be a hardcover. It's gonna be a just an ebook right now. Just an ebook, and then I might put it out in paperback. Just a digital copy now. Say that book gonna change your life, man. I'm really pouring a lot into that book. Like the book was already done, and I just went back. I've been going back over it and just been adding more to it. I really want to pour a lot into that book. That book is so fucking good. It's so good. It is so good. I'm telling anybody that get that book, it's going. I'm telling you, it's gonna change your life. Like I have zero doubt about that. Like you're gonna look at life totally different after reading that book. You're gonna have a totally different mindset. Totally different. It's gonna change the whole perspective. That book is fucking good. I wrote it and I be reading it. This is fucking good. This is good. I'm gonna make it pretty cheap too. I'm gonna make it cheap so everybody could get it. I'm gonna make it cheap. Hey, thanks, Teresa. How you doing, Michelle? I guess I'm not used to going TikTok on these. I mean, going live on these platforms. Like when I go live on TikTok, the comments just they just flood, like nonstop. these other platforms, like people just be quiet. Ain't nobody got anything to say. Like nobody got anything. It's so different. It's so different. I think I done got used to TikTok. And then, like I came on, I thought shit, like when I be on TikTok, be asking hella questions. Shit. Questions. So I say, since I got kicked off of TikTok, I'll answer some questions on Facebook or on Instagram and it's only people as people only got questions on TikTok. People don't have questions on other platforms. Good, Will. So shit, it ain't no point in me being on here. I don't come on here just to talk and I'm not an entertainer. I don't come on here. Shit. Oh, what's good, Jordan? What's good? I've been on my I just had this thought. I just had a real random thought. This fucking chair though. Oh man, I got this chair from store cleanup. Motherfucker, nice to go live on. But I don't know. I've been on my journey for about four and a half. I've been on my journey about 4.5, 5 years. About 4.5, 5 years. I don't know exactly because I never set a start date. You know what I'm saying? I just started. I never recorded when I started, you know. But I do know, like I was transitioning for a long time. Like during my transition, you know, I mean my transition, I was transitioning for years before I did. Oh wait, damn, today is my today is 1 year of eating all fruit. I didn't even realize that. But the first time I ate fruit for a year, um, up to that point, I was transitioning. I was eating a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. I believe that's all I was eating was fruits and vegetables. But the vegetables were frozen, so that's not raw because frozen vegetables are cooked and then they're frozen. Like I used to wonder why these vegetables so good, like they taste so good. That's why, because they cook 'em and then they freeze them. So I can't say I was raw during that period, although I was just eating fruits and vegetables. And then um, I got off vegetables. I don't know, something just wasn't feeling right about the vegetables to me, you know. Um, so I stopped eating vegetables, and then eventually I just started eating just fruit. And I did a year of eating just fruit, and then I fell off because I still had, like, I didn't even notice, but I had a lot of addictions. I thought I was free from all that, but I wasn't. And so throughout that year of eating fruit, I still had addictions, like really bad, you know. It wasn't, of course, it wasn't the entire year, but that first year was rough. You know, I went through a lot of withdrawals, just like any other addict. I had fucking dreams about eating all the shit that I didn't want to eat no more. Like I would have dreams, and I was eating animals in a dream, or I would be like at McDonald's or some shit in a dream, or I would be like at a cookout. dream, and in my dream, like I never hesitated to eat, you know, foods, like, the dead animals, the processed food, like I never hesitated to eat it in the dream. And every time in the dream I was eating it, I was playing it, I was loving it. And then as soon as I would stop eating, I would feel bad. Like I would immediately feel bad. This is all in the dream. I'm feeling bad. I'm regretting that I did that. I'm like thinking like, damn, I wish I would've did, in a dream, it would be like it was a mixture of the dream and reality because in the dream I would think like, damn, I was eating 8 months of just eating food and I gotta start all over. Like I would have that thought in the dream. And you know, I would feel the regret and all, and then I would wake up and like I would be so oriented because it's so real. I would wake up, I'm like, "Look around," and I like really would have to think about it sometime. Like, did that just happen or no? Was that really just a dream? And then when I would realize it was just a dream, like I would be so happy, like, "Oh, man, I'm so glad that was a dream." But I went through that like often. I went through that often. Like there was a period in that first year where I would have that dream at least every single week. I even had nightmares about it, like the withdrawals were just insane. So that's what my first year looked like. These are all just different symptoms of addiction. And after that year, I started getting to all those same things. The dreams that I had started becoming a reality to some degree. You know, I started eating vegan. This is all part of my journey, though. This is all part of my journey. And so I went through this phase to where I'm eating fruit. I'm also eating things that are cooked. I'm eating vegan things, and then there was a period in my journey where I believed that vegan was healthy. I really believe eating vegan was healthy. I believe that eating vegan was the same as eating fruit. So there was a period where I went through that, you know, and then there was this period where I start eating less fruit and more vegan. Then there was a period where I started learning about vegan things and where I learned that vegan is not healthy at all. Like good for animals, but it's bad for humans. The vegan diet is totally unhealthy. At least what I was doing. I was going out to eat all the time. I was going to vegan restaurants all the time. Everything they sell in the vegan restaurants is unhealthy. Shit is unhealthy. But at the time I was eating it, I didn't know. They got vegan trucks around here to just drive around and pull to events and park, and they sell vegan things right off the truck. I was going, to events just to eat off the truck. So I went through that period for a while, and that was an addiction, or like several addictions wrapped in that. You know, like I had never even realized that I had eating addictions. I never realized I was an emotional eater. I didn't even know these things about me. And I didn't discover these things about these things weren't revealed to me about myself. That's a better way. Until I'm going through this period, this like vegan period, vegan cycle period, and it's getting harder and harder to eat food. And I just started asking questions. I started, going to exploring myself, wondering, what's going on. This is not the direction I wanted to go because you know, when I ate fruit that first year, I never wanted to stop eating. My plan then was I'm on fruit for life. And then and so now I'm off fruit, and it's getting harder to eat fruit, and a lot of people refer to this as shadow work, but I just started doing a lot of shadow exploring within, seeking answers, like what the fuck is wrong with me? What's going on? Why can't I stop eating this shit? I started learning about the vegan things I was eating and how they were linked to cancer, heart disease, diabetes, and it was just I was having a really hard time, just not eating those things anymore because they taste so good. And just during this period where I was doing this really intense shadow work, things began to be revealed about me. One of those things was that I was an emotional eater. I never thought about myself, but as soon as it was revealed to me, I couldn't deny it. I started like reflecting back on my life, and it was like, damn, I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I absolutely am an emotional eater. I have always been an emotional eater. Like my entire life, I have been an emotional eater, and I had never knew it. So that I was made aware of that, and then I was made aware that I had several eating addictions, you and I had never thought of it like that. I had always thought, well, this is just stuff that I like to eat. But then when you factor in how unhealthy things are, which I knew, when you factor that in, it's like, okay, this is more than just some things that you like to eat because you don't want cancer. But why are you eating things that cause cancer? Like that shit don't make no sense, right? Like you don't want heart disease, but why are you eating things that cause heart disease? You don't want diabetes, but why are you eating things that cause diabetes? So this is more than just eating things. There's something else going on here. And more digging, more digging, more digging, more searching, more asking questions, all these. And started really well, I didn't realize, but I was made aware that I was an addict. And I wasn't a food addict, I was a drug addict, right? Because the things I was eating was not food. I was not eating food. This is around the time where I realized that food is not addictive. Only drugs are addictive. Food is not addictive. Just because, like on my fruit journey, like I'm on my fruit journey, and as good as some fruits are, right? Like some fruits are just so fucking delicious. Like you just eat it like, wow, this don't even make no sense for something to be just this good, like naturally this good. Like to come from nature, come off a tree, tasting this good, like that don't even make sense. It could be that good, but it's not addictive. It's not addictive at all. You know what I'm saying? And this other shit I was eating, this standard American bullshit I was eating, these dead animals, like all this shit. That shit is addictive. You know what? I have never had one dream about eating fruit. Never. I just realized it. When I was coming off the standard like this, you know, during that year of fruit, when I was off of the standard American diet, I was having dreams about eating constantly, constantly. I was having thoughts about eating it constantly. Like I'm awake. Like I was literally being just like tormented by dreams and by thoughts, all designed to get me to go back to eating that shit. Right. And so I just noticed, you know, when I was starting to go back to eating, like when I was eating the vegan stuff, I never had dreams about eating fruit, about going back to eating fruit or nothing like that. I never in my life just dreamt. I was at like I don't know, like a fucking fruit festival or something, with a bunch of people, and we was just all gathered around eating fruit and having fun and laughing. I never had a dream like that in my life. I've never had a dream about eating fruit at all. I've never had thoughts of eating avocado. As much as I love avocado, I have never had thoughts throughout the day, about eating avocado, just kind of like, I wouldn't say tormenting me, but just thoughts just constantly appearing about eating avocado. And favorite, probably one of my favorite fruits right now is durian. That is definitely in the top five. It might be number one at this moment. And I never have thoughts about eating it. I never have dreams like nothing. So I began realizing that I was a fucking drug addict. I wasn't a drug addict, I was a drug addict. Like, I had some real drug addiction. I didn't just have one drug addiction, I had several. I had several, you know. And so now you gotta confront, like, what do? You either face it or you suppress it, and I chose to face it because although on my first year of eating nothing but fruit, I went through a lot of fucking trials, a lot of tribulations. Like, it was hard. I also had never felt that good in my life. At the same time, I'm doing all this spiritual warfare. I had never felt that good in my life. And as much as I loved eating that vegan shit, going to all these different restaurants, vegan trucks and all that, as much as I love the way that tastes, like, I would still be thinking about fruit. Like, I gotta get back to fruit. Like, yeah, this shit tastes really, really good. But I felt amazing when I was eating nothing but fruit. I gotta get back on fruit, you know? And so this is all part of my journey. I'm still answering the question, how long is it on your journey? So yeah, um, so boom, I find out I'm an emotional eater. I find out, I have several addictions, you know. I found out I was eating for pleasure. That's another thing that was revealed to me, which is connected to the emotional eating. And every time I was eating for a feeling. This is the same thing. This is drug addict shit. Same thing that drug addicts do, right? When a person addicted to crack smokes crack, they're smoking it for a feeling. They're in search of a specific feeling. Same if you do cocaine or heroin, whatever the drug is. When people drink coffee, coffee is a psychoactive drug, or caffeine is, right? And so when people, drink coffee, they're looking for a specific feeling. When people smoke cigarettes, when people go to the bar and have drinks. These are all drugs. When people go out to the restaurant and eat, these are all drugs. People were doing it for a feeling. They want a feeling. They're in search of a feeling or a high. I was doing the same thing, right? So boom, I really like, damn, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that all this was going on the inside of me. All these are things that were being revealed to me, as I was, just seeking answers and digging and questioning, you know. And so boom, those are three things that were revealed to me about myself. And then it's like, okay, that's where I'm at. So what do I do about it? And so that's when I decided to do my watermelon journey for that shit. It was on this day last year, is May 7th, 2023, when I decided to do watermelon. And I didn't decide to eat it for 100, like, I didn't start off like I'm eating nothing but watermelon for 160 days. But, I started off like, let me see if I could do this for one day. That's how I started off, you know. And because of all the shadow work I had done previously, all the soul search, all the digging, all the searching, with a pure heart, you know what I'm saying? When I started a watermelon, like my first day on my watermelon journey, every addiction that I was suffering from was gone. Like I was free from it on the first day of my watermelon journey last year. And so I did day one. I didn't even think I would be able to do that. I did day one. I'm like, shit, let me do another day. That first day was so good. I decided to do another day, and then that became another day, and eventually it turned into 160 days. And that's when I got free. May 8th, 2023 is when I got free. And so this is my second 1 year of eating nothing but fruit, but this time probably had maybe 3 dreams the entire year of eating things that I just have no desire to eat no more. You know, I don't have cravings. The only time I may have a craving, I don't even know if I would call it a craving, but I just gotta be careful where I allow myself to go. Like when I first started on my journey, I was kind of, I don't know if I was being, if I was purposefully being arrogant, but like I would go to restaurants and feel like I could just sit in a restaurant, because me and my kids, um, we used to always go out to eat before I transitioned into this lifestyle. We used to always go out to eat, you know, and I had this little baddie at the time. You know what I'm saying? We used to always go out to eat. Like that's just what we do. I would take myself out to eat, you know. Um, and so like in the beginning, when I started going this way, um, I got to the point where I felt like I could still go to these restaurants. I would just bring fruit. I would go to these restaurants. I let my kids get what they want to get, or the girl I was with, I let her get what she wanted to get, and I'm just gonna eat fruit. And I realized real fast that I couldn't do that, because I wasn't where I thought I was. You know, if I'm not looking at the shit or smelling it, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not seeing it, if I'm not around it, I'm not thinking about it. It's like how they say out of sight, out of mind. But when that shit is right in front of my face, I'm seeing it, I could smell it, I'm watching them eat it, I know how good it tastes. I couldn't do that. I couldn't keep doing that to myself. I was fucking suffering. I was fucking suffering. I was looking at that shit like, and I'm trying not to look at it. I'm trying not to smell it. And I'm in a restaurant, so it's all around me. It's all around me. Everybody in the restaurant is eating something that I used to love to eat that I don't want to eat no more because I'm aware of how unhealthy. So I went through that period where I'm, going in there and thinking, I could do it. I'm saying, like my first year, I was still, I believe all my kids lived with me on my first year, and I was still cooking for them, and I mean, like, shit, So I've been on this journey for a while. Like, there's a lot of things that I've learned just from experience, stupid experiences that I had. That was another thing, I felt like that I could do. I felt like I could cook for my kids and I wouldn't be affected by it. I thought I was strong, you know, and that's not, this is not about strength. This is just being stupid, which I didn't know that, but that's really what it is because, you gotta remember, we're talking about real drugs, and if you were once an alcoholic and you got clean, you're not gonna just be hanging out in bars because you want to hang with your friends. If your friends want to hang with you, y'all gonna have to meet up somewhere else. You're not just going to a car and sitting around in the car. You know, you smoke crack. You're not just gonna be sitting around in crack houses hanging out because your friends are there watching everybody smoke crack. You know, it's the same thing with the things we eat. And those are the more addictive drugs. People think crack is addictive, heroin is addictive. You know, those things are, but you know, the things in the standard American diet are far more addictive than crack, heroin, cocaine, meth, whatever. It's far more addictive. Far, far, like there's not even any comparison. You know, the only reason people don't realize this is because they have access to their drug of choice all the time. And it's really affordable and it's socially acceptable. Like you can't go to jail for buying sugar, you know, and I mean, shit, sugar is just really, really affordable. You get like a 5 pound bag for just a few dollars. You know, a lot of places you go, sugar is free. Like they got packets of sugar for free. But sugar is more addictive than cocaine. You won't know it until you like unless you're ever in a position to where you have to go without it. Like you never realize how addicted you are to something until you have to go without it. And just the fact of the matter is most of us don't have to go without the drugs that we love. And when I say drugs that we love, I'm talking about the things that we eat and drink. Most of us don't have to go without it. So we'll never really know how addicted we are. You know, when you see like a person addicted to crack or heroin, they fucking fiending and shit or robbing people, like doing whatever they doing. That's because they can't get what they need. You know, they're going without their drug and they need it. You know, they don't have the money. You know, you don't have that problem when your drug of choice, you know, is the standard. You know what I'm saying? So it's really that deep. You know, like cheese, for example, cheese has been compared to heroin. You know, cheese contains opiates. The process of making cheese, you know, causes opiates to be formed in it. And cheese has been compared to heroin. That was one of the hardest things for me to get, like, to get off of. Cheese and starch. Cheese and starches. You know, very, very extremely addictive. And when I say starches, I'm talking about like starches by way of chips. You know, these vegan chips. You know, and I did everything I could as far as I knew, you know, I was making the best choice possible as far as vegan chips go, because you know, like I'm reading the ingredients. Okay, it don't have keep GMO corn. Okay, it's made from cassava flour. Okay, it only got like 4 or 5 ingredients. You know, still incredibly addictive. Incredibly addictive. So those were like the two hardest things for me to overcome. The two hardest addictions to overcome. You know, and so boom, all of that this year, this whole year of me eating fruit has just been smooth sailing. Like it feels so good to be free. It feels so good to be free. You know, May 8th last year was my that's when for the first time in my life that I'm aware of I was living addiction free. May 8th of last year. This is this is not just, you know, today is not just my 1 year anniversary of eating only fruit. It's also my 1 year anniversary of being completely addiction free, or you could say completely drug free. You know, and it's also, you know, like it's the first year. This is so deep to me, but this is the first year of my life that I have been the one, you know, making the decisions, deciding what I am gonna eat. Like all of my life, all up until last year, except for the, you know, the intermittent that I did. But up until that, I was not deciding what I would eat. My addictions were, my emotions were. It wasn't me. I was always eating and drinking for a high, for a feeling. You know, it was never about nutrition or anything. It was always about a feeling, how I wanted to feel, what's gonna make me feel really, really good right now. That's how I would decide what I would eat. And like all the way up until I can't say last year because like the 1 year of fruit, I actually it's not really that cut and dry because I had a transition period too where, so I'm just saying, most of my life, most of my life, I've eaten for a feeling, and I was not in control of what I was eating. My addictions were. And so, like my first year on fruit, I don't really feel like I didn't live addiction free. I was not addiction free because when you're addiction free, I just know this from experience. When you're addiction free, you're not having cravings. You're not being tormented with thoughts about eating whatever you don't want to eat no more, or that drug of choice. You're not being tormented by thoughts. You're addiction free. You're not being tormented by dreams when you sleep. When you're addiction free, you're not going through withdrawals when you're addiction free. If you're addiction free, there's none of that. And this has been my experience since year fruit. Like there's been none of that. And it feels incredible. It feels incredible. Man, it feels so good. It feels so good to be free. Like to be free. It feels so good, you know. Like to know that every time you eat, you're eating the healthiest thing that you can eat. The healthiest, the most nutritious, the most energizing, the most cleansing, the most hydrating thing. Like every single time you eat, like it feels so good to know that. Like I can't even tell you like how that feels. Like every single time, especially like when you value your health. Like, you have to value your health for this to feel good for you. Like most people don't value their health. Like I really place a tremendous amount of value on my health. I'm so fucking happy to be healthy. Like I think I don't know. I feel like I'm more aware of I guess the I don't know what the right word is. I don't want to say blessing, but like how much of a privilege it is to be healthy. Like how much of an asset it is to be healthy. I feel like I'm more aware of that than a lot of people are because a lot of people just don't give a fuck about their health. They just don't. Like they make jokes and they make mockeries about eating like shit that they shouldn't be eating, like about eating poisons and toxins and shit, fucking drugs and shit. Like so many people just don't give a fuck that they're involved in these things. Motherfuckers really be drinking alcohol. Like you drink alcohol and like I was there. Like I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying. Like I'm on this other side, and that shit just don't make no sense to me at all. It's like, what? Like, and nobody ever talked to me about these things when I was, partaking or indulging. Like nobody ever talked to me about these things. Everybody around me was doing the same shit. I was doing drugs, everybody around me was doing drugs. You know what I'm saying? I was drinking, everybody around me was drinking. Like there was never anyone that was just, on a totally different frequency that just came into my life like, "Oh, brother, what the fuck you doing, bro?" Like, let me sit down. Let me school you. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Do you understand what you drinking? Like, do you understand what you like? I never had that. And so just knowing the things that I know now, it's like it's so shocking to me. Like it's as if I was never a part of that. Like it's so shocking to me to hear that people drink alcohol. Alcohol. Fucking alcohol. Like how much do you have to dislike yourself or hate yourself to drink alcohol? I can tell you from experience, I didn't love myself when I was drinking alcohol, when I was doing drugs, all that shit. I didn't love myself during those times. You know, I didn't. I just didn't. I was miserable. I was unhappy when I was smoking weed. I just, you know, these were just different ways I was trying to escape. You know, just I had a whole arsenal of drugs that I would use to get high or to achieve a certain feeling that I wanted to feel, to escape my current reality. I had a fucking arsenal. I was eating drugs, I was drinking drugs, I was smoking drugs. You know what I'm saying? If I had more shit, if I hung with a different crowd, you know what I'm saying? I probably would have been more drugs and injecting them too. 'Cause I was I was open to everything. I just wasn't exposed to everything. But that shit is just it's just man. So when I think about like how I used to live, like it just feels so good. Like every single time. I did realize like nothing but fruit has entered my body since May 8th, 2023. Absolutely nothing but fruit. Nothing at only fruit. Like it feels so good to like know that and be able to say that. It's a different type of feel good too. I can't even explain this type of feel because it's not like an emotional type of feel good. You know, it's not a feel good to make me all giddy and goofy and shit and make me wanna, you know, dance around or yell. It's not that type of feel good. This is just different, but it feels better. Like think about it like this, to know that every time you eat, you're choosing life, right? Because every time we eat, we're choosing life or death. We're choosing health. We're choosing disease. Every time we eat, we're choosing one or two. There's no gray area. There is no straddling the fence. You're on one side or the other. You're either choosing life or you're choosing death. You're either choosing health or you're choosing sickness or disease. And, you know, if you're choosing both, then that's confusion. That's confusion. Like, what do you want? Which do you want? You know, and this would probably apply to everyone that chooses death when they eat. They don't wanna die, but they're choosing death when they eat and drink. People don't want cancer or heart disease or diabetes, but they're choosing it when they eat. Because if they were to flip that package over and read the ingredients and what they're eating, they would see, like, if they did just a little bit of research, they would see that a lot of the fucking chemicals in what they're is linked to increasing their chances of developing cancer or heart disease or diabetes. Like, those are the main 3. Those are the top 3 causes of death in the world as far as diseases go. Well, you know, like pre-COVID. COVID might have, diabetes be as far as deaths go, but not as far as how many people have it, because almost 500,000,000 people got diabetes. Like, we're, like, in a fucking diabetes epidemic right now. You know what I'm saying? This is a fucking diabetes. Half a billion people. That's a lot of fucking people. They got just diabetes. Half a billion, almost 500 million. Nobody wants that, right? Nobody wants that. The most toxic motherfucker don't want that. But they're constantly eating things that's increasing their chances of developing that. That's confusion. And so to be free, to be free to eat fruit, like that's deep, right? Because I mean, like just think about it. If you're not free, you can't eat fruit. I couldn't eat fruit because I wasn't free. I was still a prisoner to several addictions. And then, they allowed me to eat fruit for a little while, and then it was like, okay, motherfucker, that's it. That's it. You belong to us. Get your ass back over here. And like throughout that first period, that first year of fruit, like these addictions were, they were at me, trying to get me to come back. And I fought it and I fought it and I fought it. And this is important to say right here because, you know, if you find yourself struggling with cravings, cravings are symptoms of addiction. If you're having cravings, it's because you're addicted to whatever it is you're craving, you know. And un- unless you deal with it, it's not gonna go anywhere. Like that shit don't go away. It don't just go away. It's gonna always come back. Like a year on fruit, it just kept coming back. It's gonna keep coming back until you feed. And then, like the thing, I believe I told myself this when I broke my 1 year of fruit and started vegan, just this one time. I believe I told myself that I'm just going just this one time. And that's a lie that we tell ourselves because that's like a gateway. Once you partake just that one time, oh, that one is gonna turn into two. And that two is gonna turn three, and three is gonna turn into four. And you find yourself just going deeper and deeper down the hole. Right? That's how that shit works. It would be like, somebody that recovered from crack, rehabilitated from crack, 2 years clean. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, at a party or something, out with friends or whatever. And everybody decided to smoke crack, and they was like, "Come on, Billy Bob, hit this rock real, just hit it one time." And then you be like, "Okay, okay, I'm gonna hit it just one time. I'm just gonna hit it just one time." Ain't no such thing. Ain't no such thing. But that's some bullshit that we often tell ourselves. One time, I'm just gonna have a drink. I'm just gonna have one drink. I'm just gonna have this one smoke, whatever. And it's a deception because as soon as you hit it or taste it, it's a drug. You gotta remember it's a drug. The things that's telling us to eat is not food, it's drugs. That's why your fucking brain start going crazy, and all these pleasure chemicals are being released and you feeling so good. You can't do that just one time. It tastes too good. It feels too good, but it's unnatural. It's just like, I was reading that meth releases more dopamine than any other drug. It's unnatural to feel that good. You're not supposed to feel that good. Imagine feeling that good, right? And not being able to feel that no more. Like life after that is just like that, you know? Like imagine it would be comparable to like think of if you were able to see the world in I don't know, whatever's higher than 1080p. I don't know what they got now, right? But imagine just looking at the world through, let's just say, rose-colored glasses. All of the colors were bright and vibrant. How I've heard people talk about it, you know, how they see things when they're on mushrooms. This is how I've heard people describe being on mushrooms. Like all these dull ass colors you look, everything is just brightly colored and just vibrant and just beautiful. Reds are much brighter, greens are much right. Imagine like seeing the world like that and then going back to seeing the world in black and white. It's like, wow, I want to look at the world. I want the fucking color. I want to see the colors again. Right? So that shit is just it's unnatural to feel that good and it's dangerous, right? Because like I don't know, probably somebody can relate to this, but one reason I didn't want to do certain drugs is because I didn't want to feel that good. Like I'm scared to feel that good because if I feel that good, I feel like I'm gonna always want to feel that good, and it's gonna be a problem. It's gonna turn into like a huge addiction. And that's what you see with people that's addicted to crack. And I mean, shit, when crack was like really, really big, like when we were in the middle of the crack epidemic, women were selling their babies, throwing them in dumpsters, leaving them in drug houses with dope dealers. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, the shit was crazy. Giving up their body, like people was doing anything just to feel that good again. They didn't have no money no more, like, no job no more, they was homeless, no place to stay. They ain't none of that because that drug being on that drug felt so good. That's all they want, and that's pretty much everything, and people like crack, heroin, that's all of them, right? But it's also the things we eat and people don't realize. But when you look at how many people got diabetes, you look at how many people got cancer, heart disease, right? Like you total those numbers up, you're probably over 1 billion people. Not over 1 billion, but over half a billion. Look at how hard it is for people to stop eating unhealthy today, right now. Like people are so addicted to the things they eat that they won't even look at what they're eating. Like they don't even want to know. Like people won't even read the label. They fucking shopping cart be full of shit. They don't know what's in none of it. They don't even want to know what's in none of it. And everything in their shopping cart, it tells them what's in it. There's a whole list of chemicals and drugs and poisons listed on the back of everything in their cart, and they won't read it. Like they literally choose not to read it. They choose to ignore it. It's not. They don't know it's there. They know it's there, and they just refuse to read it because they don't want to know. They don't want to know. They don't want to research. They don't want to know the truth. That's how strong these standard American diet addictions are. That's how strong they are. And there you go to any hospital in this country, everyone in there suffering from a disease is suffering something that's caused by diet. It was lifestyle choices, dietary choices. Every single one of diet, not exclusively what you eat and drink, really just referring to whatever you put in your body or allow in your body. So it would include things like vaccinations too, and other things. Like I was just writing about the Johnson and Johnson lawsuit. That baby powder. Johnson and Johnson just settled for close to $7 billion. There have been more than 50,000 cases of ovarian cancer linked to their talcum powder. products. Their baby powder contained talcum powder. And here's the thing, they already knew that talcum was linked to cancer. They knew it before they put the shit in the product and before they start selling it. Like there was already research proving it before they start putting that product on shelves, on store shelves all over the world. They didn't give. And so they just recently settled, according to what I've been reading, for just under $7 billion being paid out to over 50,000 families. And each family is supposed to get like around 130 some thousand dollars, roughly. So I just said that to say it's not just what you eat and drink. These women were developing ovarian from something they were putting on their skin. That's part of your diet too. That's part of your hygiene. That's part of your hygiene. Because good hygiene is the practice, or I don't know, they say science, but I say it's the practice of living a lifestyle that contributes to good health. That's what good hygiene. It's all about maintaining good health, like whatever that means. So yeah, that could mean what you put on your skin. Like most people don't even read the chemicals in the lotions that they're put on their skin. But if a fucking baby powder can cause cancer, then lotion can too. But people not looking at that shit. They not looking at what the ingredients in it. They looking at the price and how it smells primarily. You know, all the poisons in these lotions and these deodorants and these hair care products and perfumes and colognes and all this shit that we put on. It's all they list the poisons all on the packaging on the bottle on these lipsticks and makeups and all this shit. They tell you what's in it. They tell you all the poisons that's in it, and people don't read it. This is all part of your hygiene. And so that's what I mean when I say, you go to a hospital, you go from room to room, room to room. These are all, listen, I'm talking about people suffering from a sickness or disease, not somebody that's in there because they was in an accident or got shot or fell off a ladder or some shit. You know, these are all victims of poor hygiene. That's why they in there. That's why we get sick. We get sick because we have poor hygiene. Disease is the result of poor hygiene. Period. So, like knowing and understanding all of these, man, it just feels so good when you eat only fruit. It feels so good. Like I'm at a point now, I've been here for a little while too. I feel like I've been here since last year. I just have absolutely no desire to eat anything else. I have no desire. I have no desire for anything else but fruit. Like I really don't want anything else. And so this has always been like what I wanted to achieve. And this is just, I guess you could call it my philosophy of life, right? It's much easier not doing something when you don't want to do it than it is not doing something that you really want to do. And so most people struggle in different things, right? But let's just talking about what we eat. Let's just stay here with it. The reason most people struggle eat healthy is because they don't want to. They haven't retrained their mind or reprogrammed their mind to eat healthy. And this is the most important step most people just skip over or forget or don't even feel is necessary or just aren't aware is necessary. Now you have to change the way you think before you can truly change what you do. It all starts with changing the way you think. You have to reprogram your mind, right? And so this is something that I understand that it just don't seem like a lot of people understand. But this has been my thing. Like this has been my thing with every addiction I suffered. With every addiction, I always understood that I have to get to the place to where I just don't want to do it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If I want to do it, I'm gonna do it because I understand that's not the way you fight. That's not the way you fight back. Everybody's trying to, not do things that they really want to do. That's a struggle. You're approaching it wrong. You have to get yourself to the point where you just don't want to do it no more. You have to retrain your mind. You have to reprogram. You have to change the way you think. And like I've done this successfully in every with every addiction that I've ever, suffered. And May 8th, last year, I achieved that with this also. Because the bottom line is, that first year of fruit that I did, the reason, you know, I was struggling the way I was is because, I still wanted to eat a lot of that shit. Although, it's that war, right? It's that war. I want to eat it, but I don't want to eat it, right? And so, when you first start off, it's like your desire to eat bullshit is up here, and your desire to eat fruit, like you can't even see it on the screen, right? And then the more you learn, the more you know, the more you become aware of, the more truth you become aware of, it starts happening. This starts happening. Your desire for fruit begins increasing, and your desire for the bullshit begins decreasing, right? And then you keep learning, you keep learning, you keep growing in the truth. You become more and more aware of different truths about this bullshit you eating. And then this starts to happen. And you start wanting to eat fruit more than you want to eat the bullshit, but you still want to eat the bullshit too. And so there's this struggle. There's always that struggle. There's that struggle. It's not until you switch it to like this to where you just want to eat food and you have no desire to eat the bullshit at all. Right? That's when you're free. This is where I'm at. Like this ain't even on the fucking chart no more. Like I have no desire to eat nothing else. Like nothing other than food. Unless you want to throw in the occasional onion. I just start eating onions, like raw onions. I like them. Pretty good. It's not something I feel like I'm gonna eat a lot of, but I'm just saying. I like raw onions, like raw sweet onions, they pretty good. But I'm just saying, right? So that's that is supposed to be the approach. That's supposed to be approach. That's supposed to be the approach. And so the reason people struggle is because it's like don't say you failed because you didn't fail. You did exactly what you wanted to do. You didn't fail, you didn't fall off, you didn't fuck up, you didn't make a mistake. You did exactly what you wanted to do. So then the shadow work comes in. Okay, so why do I want to do that though? That's where the shadow work comes in. And when I coach people, that's where we go. That's where we're getting straight to the heart of the matter. It's not about what you're eating. It's not about the bullshit you're eating. It's about why you're eating the bullshit. Like why? Really, why? Why? Why are you chasing these pleasures? Why are you chasing a feeling instead of chasing nutrition? Why is your mind on a feeling instead of nutrition? Why? What's going on inside of you? Why are you eating things that are not healthy? As long as you want to do it, you're gonna eventually do it. Eventually, you're gonna do it. You're gonna be tired of telling yourself no. And you're gonna tell you one day you're just gonna tell yourself yes. All it's gonna take is the right situation, the right circumstance. That's all it's gonna take. Like I'm truly at a place to where I have no desire. to eat anything else but fruit. Like, I don't want it. You understand how easy this lifestyle is for me because of that? I don't want nothing else. I don't want it. Don't want it. You could put that shit in my I don't want it. And so that's where that's the journey. That's the journey, getting to that place to where you're back in alignment with nature's laws, right? And when you're back in alignment with nature, then you just don't want anything that's unnatural. And I feel like that's the part of the journey that most people just don't understand. I honestly, I don't know. I personally cannot say, I don't feel like I can say I met anyone else that understands the journey from that perspective, because I've never heard anyone else say that. But I've been living that. Like, I've been living this for probably like 20 years. You know, the first addiction that was taken away from me was cigarettes. That was my very first addiction. My second was alcohol. And this was at least 20 years ago. 20, I'm gonna say no, close to 30 years ago. Those were the first two addictions, cigarettes and alcohol. I used to smoke like 40 cigarettes a day, or real close to 40 cigarettes. That's a lot of fucking cigarettes, you know, and I've never tried to quit. I never tried to quit. I never even wanted to quit smoking cigarettes, but I was reprogramming my mind. And then one day I just that shit was just it was like it was just taken away from me. I never tried. You understand that? Like, cigarettes, nicotine is one of the most addictive things on the planet. I never tried to stop smoking. I just stopped. I just stopped. It was just I wasn't it's like I wasn't on that frequency anymore. I wasn't in alignment with that behavior anymore. Like, I never had no withdrawals. Like, a lot of people that stop smoking that are, like, successful, stop at, you know, like, stopping smoking, like, they usually replace it with something else. And just from what I've seen, they usually replace it with eating. So instead of smoking a cigarette, they'll eat something, right? And people tend to gain a lot of weight when they stop smoking, when they're successful with not smoking cigarettes. I've seen so many people struggle with that addiction alone, like so many, and they got patches and pills and fucking hypnosis and all kind of shit to help people stop. You know what I'm saying? I never even wanted to stop. Like, you understand? Like, I enjoyed smoking, like the whole act of just having a fucking cigarette and blowing fucking rings and shit. Like, I felt so fucking cool with a cigarette in my hand, just flipping ashes and shit, like I'm talking to somebody, and I fucking flip ashes and I'm listening to them, and I take a drag, like, you know, turn my head and do that, like to the side, because I couldn't just smoke normal. You know, I had to put my own swag on the way I smoke. I'm like, hold the smoke in for a little while and then blow fucking circles and shit. While somebody like I just felt so fucking cool. Like I loved everything about it. I loved everything, and the shit was just taken away from me because of how I reprogrammed my right? Saying I don't even remember any type of nothing with like alcohol, and I used to never be sober. I was never sober, never, ever. Every single day, I was high off something. Like these things were just they just disappeared out of my life effortlessly, and that's how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be effortless for the most part. The effort, the real effort required is in reprogramming your mind. That's where the effort is supposed to be directed at, focused on, not on trying to make yourself stop doing shit that you really want to do. Like, I'm gonna tell you, like when I was going through that, I did the 1 year fruit, and came off it. I started eating vegan shit, right? While I'm wanting to get back on the fruit. Oh, it's dark in here. Let me hold on. Let me cut it. You see, is that a little? I think that's a little better. But yeah, while like I'm stuck in this like vegan cycle, and I'm wanting to get back on food. But when I would go get a pizza, I would enjoy that motherfucker. Like I wasn't eating anything with guilt because I understood. Like I still want to do this. I still want to do it, which means there's still something going on inside of me. Like I'm still like there's still that battle going on where I want to do it, but I don't want to do it. I went and got something to eat. I enjoyed that shit to the fullest. There was no guilt. But when I got done, it's like, okay, how do I get back on fruit? Like, what do I need to do? Like, what am I? And it's a process. It's a process. The process is always the same, though. You just have to reprogram your mind. You have to change the way you think. And that whole process is just really simple. The only way you could change the way you think is you have to change the information that you're receiving. You have to change who you're listening to. You have to change what you're listening to. That's all it is to it. It's really just that simple. Once you reprogram your mind, everything else lines up effortlessly. You don't have to try to eat fruit. Just do it because you don't want to eat anything else. It's effortless. Like this lifestyle is effortless. Like the 160 days of watermelon, I ate watermelon, like just watermelon, nothing else but watermelon for 160 days last year. And it was effortless. It was effortless. I wasn't trying to do it. It wasn't a struggle. There was no temptation. Like there was nothing. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the way, that's the right way to approach it. That's the right way to approach it. And that's what I teach. That's what I teach the new clients that I got. That's what I teach them. And those that stick with me, like they see results like really, really fast. They see results really, really fast. I got one client, she lives in Canada, and she just one thing that I taught her, just one, I guess you could say strategy that I taught her about addiction. She applied, and she's been applying it since I taught it to her, and she has not been struggling at all. She hasn't been struggling at all. Like she knows how to fight back now. She knows how to stop addiction before it can develop. Like she knows, like, and it just be so dope to listen to her talk and tell me how she used something that I taught her and how effective it is and how easy it is for her to be consistent now because of that. Like when I hear her tell me that, like I be on the phone like, yeah, like that shit feels so good. You know what I'm saying? Because it really is easy when you know how to do it. You know, I mean, and that's not to say it's easy. I guess I don't want to say it's easy because there's definitely some effort required, but it's easy in the sense that you're using your effort in the right way. Like you're not shadow boxing. Like people use their effort and try to like make themselves be disciplined. A lot of people think this is about discipline. This has nothing to do with discipline. You cannot live this lifestyle by discipline. That shit is not gonna work. Because every fucking day I leave the house. You only eat fruit every fucking I just threw away a shitload of junk mail today. and I'm just choosing not to, like, I'm just looking for envelopes, nothing else. I'm just scanning, like I'm just skimming through and looking for envelopes and digging the envelopes out because everything else in there is fucking coupons for this pizza place and coupons for this restaurant and that restaurant and all these big ass fucking images of, you know how they do all these different things that are not food, you know, all these specials, these buy one get one, everything in there. Like it comes to your house. And there was a period in my journey where I couldn't like not look at it. Like I had to look at it. Like I wanted to see it. I'm at a place now where I don't have to see it. Like I don't want to see it. I could bought all that shit up if I didn't have things in there. Like if I didn't have to make sure there wasn't nothing in there that I actually needed. I could ball all that shit up, throw it away, I could set that shit on fire. But there was a point where I wanted to see it. I wasn't free. I'm just saying, it's like it comes to your house. As soon as I leave the house, it's everywhere. I'm driving around, not many fucking restaurants I go past just to take my son to school, and it's all places that I used to go to. Like you see the shit like nonstop every day. Discipline is not. Ain't that much fucking discipline in the world. I be driving past, just driving wherever, and I'll like smell like something cooking, like some barbecue or some burger. I just fucking smell it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm driving past, like it's summertime. Everybody gonna be having their grills outside. You gonna be smelling that shit, seeing it everywhere. Like it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Discipline ain't no. You gotta get to the place where you just truly don't want to eat that shit no more. And I feel like that's something that most people didn't even realize was possible, but it's very possible. Just like you were, and you know, you may still be here. I speak just like me. I used to be the opposite. I used to not want to eat fruit. Like you used to couldn't give me no fruit. I don't want no fucking fruit. Like what the fuck I'm gonna do with fruit? Like I'm hungry. Fruit ain't gonna do nothing for me. Like I used to be that person. You couldn't give me no fruit. I had absolutely zero desire for fruit. I wanted a fucking dead animal. I wanted the flesh of a dead animal. I wanted something fucking cut up and bloody, you know, blah blah blah, like whatever. I wanted the flesh of a dead pig or a dead cow or like for real, like it really didn't matter. It really didn't matter. You know, people been saying that you know, you go to Chinese spots, people been saying for years that they serve that. I was still there. You know what I'm saying? My thinking was like, well, I don't know that for sure. I haven't seen any proof, so I'm there. I'm still there. Even though like I would look at that shit like this ain't no motherfucking chicken. I don't know what the fuck this is. This ain't no motherfucking chicken. Like I would look at the shit like that. But as if chicken was better. Like it's all equally the same thing. Now I'm the exact opposite of what I used to be. So yeah, this is very possible. It's very realistic. It's very realistic. So that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. You get yourself to a place to where you just don't want the shit no more. And then this lifestyle becomes effortless. And when you get, oh man, it just feels so good to eat just fruit every single day. Every time you eat, you're eating fruit. It feels, man, that feel good. Man, that feel good. So let me get in these comments, see what's going on. I see there's a lot of idiots on there. I wonder if I could get banned on here. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say too much. I already got banned off TikTok. Oh, what's good, Jadica? Oh, I got people on YouTube in here. That's where the idiot. That's where it looked like the only idiot chat is coming from. Is my live still going on TikTok? Yup, yup. But that's all I got. That's all I got. I don't even think my live's still going on. Is my live still going on Instagram? Nah, Jay. You know I still love the way that shit smell. I still love the way it smells. I'm not there. I'm not there. You know, like I was just in the mall. I was just in the mall. I was just in the mall, I think yesterday. I was in the mall yesterday, and where I parked, I had to walk through what they call the food court, which is really the fucking drug court. I had to walk through that, and I just did this. I just did this all the way through the food court. Well, what they call the food court, I call it the drug court. That's what it really is because they not serving no food in there. I did like this till I got out of there. So yeah, I still love the way the shit smell. You know, I got a mailbox. I got a PO box, and when I go to check it, pick up mail from it or whatever, it's right next door to a Subway. I still love the way it smells. Like when I go in there and I smell that Subway, that shit smell good to me. That shit still smell good to me. So I'm not at the play. I haven't smelled anything from the past that like made me want to gag or throw up or nothing. You know, it would be nice, but I'm not scared of the process. You know what I'm saying? I'm not scared of the process. I'm not scared of the struggle. I mean, it's all necessary. It's all about making, like becoming a better person. This is all part of the journey. So I'm with it all. Hey, motherfuckers in here arguing. Motherfuckers in the comments arguing. Well, yep, yep. I don't know, Jada. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, cigarettes, that's something I can't stand the smell of. Cigarettes is something I cannot stand the smell of. And I could smell that shit. I could smell somebody smoke. I don't even see them. Sometimes I smell people smoke. I don't even see where they at, but I can smell it. That shit is gross. That shit is. I can't be around that. I had to stop going over my mother's house because she smoked. And it's like I walk in the house, I walk past the kitchen, that whole fucking house smell like smoke. Like she just had a smoke session, cigarette. Like yeah, I can't do it. On my skin, I do not. I don't put anything on my skin. I don't put anything on my skin at all. For sure, Jay. For sure, Jay. Yep, yep. Why I got banned off of TikTok? Because I said no homo. This fucking dude gave fucking complimented my fucking eyes and shit. I should have just blocked his ass. I ain't know I'd get banned for that. I just said no homo. I'm just letting him know. No homo. This is what is that like hate? I don't know. They said that was hate speech. That's that fucking AI shit, man. That's that fucking AI bullshit. So now I know though, like people been hitting me on and telling me, don't say no homo, say no Diddy. No Diddy. I like no homo better though. Like it's stronger. Stronger. I would like to say it's stronger than that. But so yeah, that's why though. That's why they cut my shit off. They cut my shit off. And I'm banned to the 11th. So I got like a 3-day ban for that. It's fucking hate speech. That shit is crazy. Yeah, no, pause ain't strong enough, man. Pause ain't strong enough. No Diddy ain't strong enough either. Next time motherfucker do that shit, I'm just gonna block his ass. That's what I'm gonna do. And then maybe I'll say something about it later. Because I know his ass reported me and people were saying he about to report your ass. It sure did happen. Apples being hydrating, I don't know. I feel like they are. I feel like they are. I'm not sure. I can tell you this though, like I've never eaten an apple and was thirsty after. I can tell you that. So I feel like they're pretty hydrating. I've never eaten an apple and wanted something to drink after that. So yeah, I would have to say they're pretty hydrating. But you know what's interesting about apples is I feel like they constipate me. Like I don't have bowel movements the way I feel like I should when I eat apples. Like if I eat too many apples, I feel like I get blocked up. And that's interesting because they always be harping on fiber and shit, and fiber gets your bowels moving and all of that. And apples are pretty high in fiber. And I did this. I think it was one day that I did just all apple. I just ate all apples for the day. And I ate like a shitload of apples, and I was just blocked up. You would think I would be using the bathroom a lot after that. It was the opposite. It was the opposite. And when that happened, I just started falling back from apples. I don't eat apples like I used to. I don't eat apples the way I used to because of that. Somebody, oh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, you know what, Jay, man? They consider so much bullshit hate speech. Like it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. That's all. My TikTok lives be going too. Like I had over 700 people on my live one day, man. Like I had like over 300 today. My lives always be going on TikTok. The real K Boo, the fruits. It's the fruit. I don't wash my face or nothing. All I can say is it's the fruit. I don't wash my face. I don't put nothing on my face. Nothing. Seedless grapes, I eat them. I stopped eating seedless grapes. I did stop eating seedless grapes though once I start finding seeded grapes. I start finding like this year, my first year of really finding seeded grapes like that I like. Like last year, I found like some seeded Concord grapes. I didn't like those. I didn't like those because they were sweet and bitter. But like the seeded, like the big, like seeded globe grapes, this is my first year finding it. And so since I found those, that's what I've been eating. But all the years prior to this year, I was eating seedless grapes. I was even eating seedless grapes this year too. I did when I did like 28 days of grapes, not consecutive, but like total, like 28 days of grapes. I think I did like 24 days consecutive, and then I did a day where I ate some other shit, and then I did like 3 more days of grapes, and then I ate something like that. But like my first 3 or 4 days on that journey was I was eating seedless grapes. And that's then I started finding the seeded grapes. And it took me a minute to get used to them because I had never really had seeded grapes before. But one thing I noticed, like when I first started the grapes, like my grape journey, I was eating black grapes. And like I always, thought that those were the sweetest. And then when I started eating those red seeded grapes, I like the red seeded grapes better. I like the way they taste better than the black grapes. So since I got a seeded grape plug, I haven't been buying the seedless grapes anymore. So yeah, that's the. But I mean, shit. If all you can get is seedless grapes, you want grapes. You ain't gonna fucking die. You know what I'm saying? Like, see, people think that seedless fruit is GMO. It's automatically assumed seedless fruits are GMO. And just a little bit of research, and you'll discover that some seedless fruits are seedless, naturally occurring that way in nature. Like, there's no interference by man. There's no like this shit didn't come out of a laboratory or nothing like that. Like it happened in nature like that. So and like seedless grapes, they're still astringent. They'll still help pull toxins from your body. They still hydrate. They're still delicious. You know, they still give you energy. They're still good for you. The only thing that I've read about, like the difference between seedless and seeded is the seedless are less nutritious. They're not as nutritious as the seeded, but they're still nutritious. They still contain the same properties that grapes contain, just not at as high of a level maybe as seeded fruits do or as the seeded grapes do. So, yep. Where am I at on here now? Yeah, pure fruit hydration. Um, I don't drink water. I haven't drank water in a year. I can say that today because it's May 8th. This is when I started my watermelon journey last year. So it's been at least a year. I haven't drank water in at least a year. I just eat fruit. And I stopped drinking altogether when I started the grapes. And I don't know how long that's been exactly, but it's been over a month since the last time I drank anything. So I've really just been eating fruit. Prior to the grapes, I was juicing, you know. I was making orange juice. That's the only juice I was drinking prior to the grapes. And then, I got away from that. So I haven't even had anything to drink in over a month. I've been getting my hydration like purely from eating fruit. And I really like not drinking. I really love it. Like I love not drinking. I love not drinking. I love not making juice anymore. Like all those juice is just fucking bomb. I just love not drinking no more. Like I love it. Like this is really resonating with me. Like this is resonating deeply with me because it's just another level of simplicity. Like when I was juicing, one, you go through fruits a lot faster when you juice versus eating a lot faster. I would go through like a whole, what was it, 8 pound? I believe it was like an 8 pound bag of oranges. I would go through, I would go through an 8 pound bag of oranges in just one juice. Like I would never sit down and eat 8 pounds of oranges in one sitting. These oranges big as fuck, right? So your fruit lasts longer, which means you're buying less fruit, which means you're saving money, and there's no cleanup. And I love this part too. Like there's no juicer to clean up when you're done juicing. Like I love that. This is like less dishes, it's less cleanup, it's less time in the kitchen. You know, I love it. I love it. Like I have no plans of drinking anything ever again. My hydration, I love getting my hydration, eating fruit, and as far as I know, it's been a win for me. Because I haven't felt any different. I haven't felt any less. I still feel energized. I still feel great. I still feel great. In fact, one thing I noticed when I would make juice is making juice, like drinking juice would make me eat. That's something I used to notice consistently, when drinking juice. Like I would have no desire to eat anything, right? I would just be thirsty, make some juice and do it. And now just after a couple sips of juice, now I want something to eat. And I just always found that interesting, but I never really liked it. I never liked it. And I feel like that has something to do with just just with denaturing the fruit. You're denaturing the fruit when you juice. A lot of the nutrients you supposed to be consuming is in the pulp that people throw in the trash. They throw it whatever they do it, they're not eating it, right? And that's not the way nature gave you the fruit. Nature didn't give you the fruit like that. Nature didn't give you fruit juice. And so when you juice, you're just taking the juice out of the fruit and you're throwing all the rest away. So like after a period of time, and I juiced for some years. I juiced for a lot of years. But it just started like I started becoming aware of this and it started resonating with me less and less. And so I see it as just an opportunity to grow, and get even more in line with nature, because, the fact of the matter is you're not going to find orange juice in nature, and nature gave us oranges. That's what nature gave us. Now you're gonna get orange juice when you eat the orange. But to just take the juice and throw the rest away, like I just got to a point where that wasn't resonating with me no more. I didn't want to do that no more. You know, so it's like I'm either gonna eat the whole orange or I'm just not gonna eat orange. I'm gonna just eat something else. And so lately, I've been eating tangerines. honey tangerine. Bought a whole fucking box like they good as fuck. The oranges I was juicing, I didn't enjoy them enough to eat them. Like the navel oranges, the Cara Cara oranges. I was juicing the what they call them, the raspberry oranges or the blood oranges. You know, I would juice them. Sometimes I would mix all these different oranges together. You know, but I didn't enjoy eating none of them. I wouldn't eat any of those. Then I was juicing Tangalos, and I like Tangalos. I would eat Tangalos. Those are good. I love those. I was eating Tangalos, and now I'm just getting into the honey tangerines. Honey tangerines are really good. I eat those. And then mandarin. There's a certain mandarin that I like to eat. Satsuma. I believe it's called the Satsuma. It's like a Japanese food or something. But yeah, so if I don't want to eat it, then I'm not gonna juice it. So that's just where I'm at in my journey. That's just where I'm at in my journey. Well, first of all, anything cooked is not food because what people call cooking is actually denaturing. That's what that's the true word is denaturing. Anytime you put fire to something or you're altering it, which means you're making it unnatural. And I have no desire for anything unnatural. I have zero desire for anything unnatural. It's not a temptation at all. It's not even a thought. It's not even a thought in my mind. I don't want anything unnatural. And cooking is just a fancy word that means to make something unnatural. I don't know what comments these is this face. Oh no, this YouTube. Okay, that's what's going on. That's why it's so okay. Okay, I see you, Will. You on YouTube. Okay, that's where all the drama coming from. All the drama coming from YouTube. I'm like, what the fuck is going on over there? YouTube toxic. They over there arguing like a motherfucker on YouTube. Simplicity is the that's it. That's it, landlocked or Larry. I must call you Larry. That's it, Larry. Simplicity is the end goal. That's what my whole journey back to source. How you said it, like you know what I'm saying? That's my journey. Back to nature. Back to nature. You know, it's a journey. What's good, Ebony? How you doing? That's my whole journey is back to nature. That's what it's all about. Getting back to the natural way of doing things, you know? And so it's a journey full of baby steps. But the simplicity, I love the simplicity. The simplicity of this lifestyle is beautiful. It's beautiful. Life is so the simpler life is, the easier life is. Life only gets hard when we complicate things by living unnatural lifestyle. The more unnatural we live, the harder life is going to be. Period. Period. Hands down. That's true. That's just true. The more we get away from nature, the harder life gets. That's just how it is. Hey, what's going on YouTube is funny. It's funny. Like it's so funny. Part of me just want to just stop talking and just read the comments on YouTube. Oh shit, it's funny what's going on over there. But yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So this lifestyle is where what's up? He think he bigger than me, but he not.
I definitely am.
He not. He ain't stronger than me either. And he don't look better than me.
No.
What you was coming here to see?
Keep going.
Oh, yes. I'm live. I'm going live. Yeah, I got kicked off it live on TikTok. So I got here. I got this app. Like I'm on so I'm on
YouTube. I mean YouTube.
yeah. Oh you okay. You be hearing shit. You I feel like you hear everything I say. Okay.
Most of it.
Yeah.
What's this stuff? Oh,
The brown stuff, it's trash. I was gonna drink that. It's the juice from the Sapote. So I was thinking about drinking it. And I don't know. I don't think I like it that much. So that's all the Sapote fruit, like the skin and everything. So, but the juice has to be, that got to be poured down the drain, and the rest will be thrown in the trash. Yeah. Hey, Kayon, if I'm saying your name right, I don't have no skill. I don't have a skincare routine, or I mean, unless you say fruit. You can say fruit is my skincare routine, but I just eat fruit. I don't wash my face or put anything on my skin or anything. Like I don't use lotions or oils or nothing. So get on them fruits. Get on them fruits, sir or ma'am. I can't tell what you are from Kayon. If I'm saying I feel like I'm not even saying your name right, but yeah, get on them fruit. Oh shit. It was 9:24. Oh shit, my computer about to die. Hey, before I get out of here, yeah, my hair too. I don't well I do have I'm gonna show you this is what I use for my hair. So this is what I put in my hair. I make this myself, and this is sage, mint, and rosemary. Sage, mint, and rosemary in deionized water. That's what they call it, which is basically supposed to be like the equivalent of like distilled water. Nope. But that's it. So it's that and fruit. That's my hair care routine is the sage and the mint. It's the sage and the mint and the rosemary and the fruit. That's my hair care routine. My skin care routine is fruit. Zach, what's good, Zach? Hey, I got kicked off of TikTok, bro. I was live on TikTok a little while ago. I got kicked off of there, so I went live on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. I see some of my TikTok family coming up. Hey, my pleasure, Kayon. My pleasure. Let me know if I'm saying your name wrong too. Oh, that's what's good, Will. All oranges? How long you going? Bro, you gotta learn how to spell veggies first. Bro, you can't spell at all. Bro, you can't spell at all. You spell veggies wrong. You spell sense wrong. You spell you use three words in a sentence, and two out of the three were spelled wrong. Come on now. You gotta come better than that, brother. Well, what's good, Shamar? Oh, damn, Will, you doing 119 days of just oranges? Hey, the shit they saying on YouTube, man, if I'd have said that shit on TikTok, I'd have, man, they would have cut my shit off so fast. Damn, YouTube don't be tripping. Till Sep, damn, Will, where Will at? Where all that, man? What's good, Shamar? I'm not changing Ebony. If I well, I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna change, but I'm gonna change into more of this, even more. I'll become even more honest than I am now. Even, you know, even more of I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna change in the right ways and grow. There's always room for growth. I'm pretty honest, but I could be even more honest. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty real, but I could be even realer. I don't give a fuck about a lot. I can give a fuck about even less. I could be even more offensive. You know what I'm saying? I could be even more offensive to those that find me offensive. I could be even ruder to those that find me ruder or find me rude or mean, whatever the fuck. So yeah, the growth ain't gonna stop. The growth ain't gonna stop. That's what's good, Will. That's what's good. Congratulations on your journey, brother. I like hearing you say that, Amy. There need to be more people like you. There need to be more people like you. I can't even tell you how happy I am to read that comment that you just left. I don't think like everybody so fucking scared. Everybody's so fucking scared to talk and share the truth and tell it like it is. Fucking coward. Fucking cowards. I'm not cut like that. What's good, Jack? What's good, Cooley JJ? Cooley JJ. Likewise, Amy. Likewise. Likewise. What's good, Jason? I don't know if I got you. Did I? If I didn't say, what's up, Jack? What's up, Jack? I think I did. I don't remember if I did though. Somebody just said when you eat fruit, you don't have to pray. That is funny as fuck. YouTube, man. It's going on YouTube right now. It's going on YouTube. That whole comment section is funny as fuck. What's up, Buttersoft? I see more of my TikTok fam is coming in. Hey, that's I'm happy to read that, Buttersoft. Congratulations to you. Hey, you know what? See, the more that you realize, the more you realize like the variety, like the extensiveness of the variety of fruit. If I said that right, you know what I'm saying? Like the more you realize like what fruit is, like the variety. Wow. Like when you say you only eat fruit, or just to think about only eating fruit, it sounds like such a restrictive and limiting lifestyle. But there are when you eat, there's so many fruits to choose from. There are so many fruits to choose from. So many. Like it is nowhere near a restrictive lifestyle. There's nothing about eating just fruit that's restrictive at all. Like absolutely nothing about it is restrictive. Like you can't even like it's unfathomable. Like the amount of options you have just eating fruit. Like it's like fucking infinite. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, just think about apples. Like I read that there's over 30,000 different types of apples in the world. There's over 7,500 different types of apples just in the United States. There's nothing restrictive about that. And like every apple that I've had has a different taste. Let me see if I can name some of these apples. You got the Granny Smith, then you got the Lady Alice, you got the fucking Honey Crisp, you got the Gala apples, you got the Red Delicious, um, shit. There's a honey. There's another honey one. I don't know. There's a pink. I think you got Lady Alice. I think then there's like a pink lady. I don't know. I can't even name 10. And they like just the ones they all have a different taste. It's all different type of deliciousness. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been on durian lately. I read there's like 400 different types of durian. I only had I've had the Rye 6 and the Monthon. Only two out of 400. You know what I'm saying? I mean, bananas, I think I read there's like, I don't know, like 3,000 different types of bananas. Um, there's hundreds of different types of mangoes. I mean, the list is endless. There's still fruits. I'm still like I've been on my journey for somewhere between 4.5 to 5 years. I am still learning about fruits that I've never heard of before. I'm still hearing of new fruits, still tasting new fruits. There's nothing limiting or restrictive about this lifestyle at all. And the more you become like nuts, for example. I didn't know nuts were fruit when I first started off on this journey. Nuts are fruits. That makes this lifestyle a lot easier, right? Pumpkin seeds. If you're eating seeds, right? Which makes me think, never mind, I'm not gonna go that way. But I'm just saying, like, if the seed comes from a fruit, then it's a fruit. So pumpkin seed, right? Like these are categorized as fruits. Like pumpkin seed is a fruit in a different boom. You can add that, right? And I don't cook, but if a person cooked, right? Now you could start adding things like quinoa, chickpeas. These are fruits. You can add legumes. Legumes are fruits. Rice is a fruit. So like the more and more you become aware of your options, the easier this lifestyle. And the more I, tap into, and discover new fruits, that it's just like the easier this get and the more enjoyable this get. Like I just started eating durian, maybe I'll say close to 2 months ago, and it's one of my favorite fruits. It might be my favorite, and I just found out about it. Like I just started eating. I just got hit with honey tangerine, and honey tangerines. I don't know. Honey tangerines and tangelos are two of my favorite oranges to eat. Those are the only oranges. Well, in Mandarin, certain Mandarins, like the Satsumi, I believe it's called Satsuma Mandarin. Those are the only three types of oranges I eat. And I mean, them honey tangerines go hard. They real good. They real good. I just found out about it. Like less than a week ago was my first time tasting a honey tangerine. I just had sapote for the first time. I just had soursop for the first time. It's so many different fruits out there that just taste incredible. That's why I say all the time, like this is just another reason I say, like there's so many reasons I say that I only eat fruit because nothing else makes sense. Like truly, nothing else makes sense. It really don't. Like it don't make sense. Like what the fuck you eating a dead animal for when you have like thousands and thousands of different fruits that just naturally taste delicious, they're healthy, hydrated, energizing, and cleansing. Why? Like that shit don't make no sense. All these fucking fruits that you have access to, and you rather eat the flesh of a dead fucking bird. Like that shit don't make no sense. I just tried pears for the first time, which I'm not a big fan of pears, but like I had never eaten pears until maybe like a month ago. I think it was somewhere around a month ago. I tried pears for the first time, and they're okay, but I'm cool on them. But I'm just saying, pears, papaya, like sheesh, like the list is endless. The list is endless. I've never heard of golden nugget tangerines. I've never heard of those. Honey tangerines are fire. For sure. For sure. Yep. So the more you know, yellow or golden strawberries. Are those strawberries? Oh no, that's an apple. That gotta be an apple. That's a fact, Amy. That's a fact. And you know what's interesting is as much as people call themselves trusting in science, all the science proves that we are fruit eaters. All the science proves that. But now all these people that trust so much in science, now they want to deny the science. Like your anatomy proves it, your physiology, your biology, your fucking teeth proves it. Like, I mean, it's just common sense. It's common sense because people eat animals. Like, look how much shit you got to do to it just so you can eat it. You know, if you were really supposed to eat animals, you would eat them in their raw, natural, bloody state. You would eat every part of it. That's how animals they eat animals do. That's what they do. But the fact that you gotta fucking clean this shit, I mean, not, I mean, like, well, first of all, somebody else is killing it for you and gutting it for you, cutting it up for you, and then they package it for you, they ship it to the store, and then you get it, and you gotta season the shit out of it because it's nasty. If you were to just take it out the pack, bite into it, I mean, you just wouldn't do that because you know it's nasty. You know it's nasty. So you're not gonna do that. You know better than that. So you put a shitload of seasonings on it, and then you denature it even further when you cook it. When you put heat to it, when you put heat to it, it releases cancer-causing chemicals that you eat, in addition to all the drugs and the hormones and the fucking pesticides and all this other shit, the poisonous gases that they use because this shit has been dead for over 30 days. How else do you keep something that's been dead that long tender and from turning doo brown and from stinking? They put all these artificial chemicals in there, right? And then you fucking denature it, you fucking put heat to it and cook it, and then you take it out and you dump a shitload of salt. Like, look at all you gotta do just so you can eat that. That means you don't like it. You do not like it. So why are you eating shit that you don't like? Like that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Fruit, you don't have to do nothing to fruit. You don't have to do nothing to fruit. And if we were out in nature, if we were all in nature and we didn't have all this fancy machinery and equipment and all of these fucking weapons, you know what I'm saying? And just all of this, like you go in a slaughterhouse, they got hooks hanging from the ceiling and these big ass saws that they use to cut these carcasses in half. Like without, if we were all in nature, you wouldn't be able to eat animals. Like how you gonna? I mean, you ain't gonna eat the shit raw. You know what I'm saying? Like when they kill an animal, especially like when they kill a cow, they usually like they'll let the cow hang, just hang for like 2 weeks or more. Because the claim is the longer that you let it hang, the more tender it becomes. That's what they claim. So that shit could be hanging in the slaughterhouse for weeks before they cut it all up and ship it off. You can't do that shit in the wild. You can hang it. Where you gonna hang it from? All kind of flies all over that shit. I'm just saying, like, without all of this so-called technology, all of these so-called advancements that only seem back, you know what I'm saying? Without all of this special equipment and machinery and these weapons, like you wouldn't even be able to eat animals. What you gonna do then? But you would be able to pick up some fruit that fell on the ground off a tree, or you would be able to come to a tree and pick some fruit, and you would be able to peel that fruit if needed and eat it. You would be able to do that, and you would love the way the fruit tastes. You know what I mean? Shit, you could do that to vegetables too, but would you like the way they taste? Yeah, you could snatch carrots off the ground, but shit, you ain't no fucking rabbit. Carrots are for rabbits. You dig a carrot out the ground and bite into it. Are you gonna enjoy that? You pick some kale leaves off a little bush. Are you gonna enjoy that? Some collard greens. Are you gonna enjoy that? Everything about our anatomy proves scientifically that we're food. I even shared an article. This was from a paper. I forget what the paper is called, but it's from a paper from like back in the day. And there's an archaeologist, again, through science, studying the teeth of the so-called earliest human beings that we have found, or that they have found. Studying their teeth conclusively, without exception, all of the teeth of the earliest human beings that they have found prove that they only eat fruit. This was in a newspaper article. I posted it on Facebook. I posted it everywhere. This was a newspaper article. The science proves. I mean, the science clearly, it's undeniable. But this is where people start rejecting the science. People that claim to put so much faith and trust in science start rejecting the science when it comes to what they eat. Hey, you can do that. I don't. Hey, shit, I don't care. Ain't none of my business. I'll take fruit. I'll take fruit. Yeah, sapote is. I don't have it. I was eating them when I was on TikTok though. Sapote is brown, about that big. It's also called sapodilla. It's about that big. It's a really, really soft fruit with a really, really thin brown uh, covering or skin. And inside, I don't even know how to describe the texture, but it's really, really soft. It's really soft. And To me, it tastes like it reminds me of caramel. It reminds me of caramel. It's really good, and I never liked caramel, but this is like caramel, but even better. Even better. Chipotle is pretty good. I wouldn't, say it's one of my favorites, but it's pretty good though. It's pretty good. Hey, Labash, did you try it? Did you try the Chipotle yet? Did you taste it? Yeah, star fruit, sour sop, yellow dragon fruit. I don't know. Somebody told me they saw a video of me eating star fruit. I don't remember it. I don't remember it. I know I had a star fruit before. I don't remember eating it. And the sour sop, it's cool. It's cool. I haven't had like the actual sour sop fruit though. Like I had the fruit. I mean like the whole fruit with the skin on it and there. Like the fruit, the only sour sop I've been able to find locally, it's like beef. I don't know how else to say it. But it's like they cut it for you. They scoop all the fruit out and they put it in a container. And they freeze it. That's how I've had sour sop, and it's I don't know, like it's good. Like I like it. It's real citrusy, but it's like real chewy. That's what I don't like about it. It's like real chewy. It's like it'd be hard. I don't know for me, and I don't know if the actual like the whole fruit if it's the same way, but it'd be a little hard to chew that shit up. It'd be a little hard to chew it up. So I don't know if that's so listen, I don't has that been your experience with soursop? And yeah, of course, yellow dragon fruit, yellow dragon fruit real good. Hey, okay, Labash. Hopefully I'll catch you. If you do decide to go live, hopefully I'll catch you. I'm gonna tune in. Hey, yo, I'm about to get off here though. It's almost 10 o'clock. I don't even want to leave because of what's going on Instagram. It's so funny. It's so funny. Oh shit. Yeah, Will, you on them oranges, bro. You on them oranges till September 1st. Or did you say September 1st or September 11th? Okay, September 1st. Okay. Okay. Well, man, I hope I get to follow your journey, bro. I hope I get to follow your journey. I think I'm starting the watermelon. I don't know. Like, I was thinking about the watermelon today. Like, when am I going to start? I was thinking about starting today since this is like my 1 year anniversary. right? This is when I started my watermelon journey last year. And this today marks 1 year of just fruit. And so I was thinking about starting today. I was, liking the idea of that. And I mean, one, I just had too many fruits here to start today. I would have to throw a lot of fruit away. I'd have to throw durian away too. And them bitches would be like $20+ each. So I didn't want to do that. And then I was thinking, well, the washout starts on June 1st. And so like I'm thinking I'm gonna start when it's scheduled to start. I don't know, I feel like that's just a good idea because all the people that are in the washout now are waiting to start June 1st. As far as I know, like most of them, most of the people in the washout are waiting to start June 1st. And it's I was just thinking it's a good idea to start when it's supposed to start. So I don't know. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. No, yeah, no, 20 plus each. 20 plus each because they're four. The durian where I get durian from, they're 4.59 a pound, and so they usually weigh, about 5, 6 pounds. So it's usually more than $20. Usually like 22. Usually between like 22 to $24. So yeah, Labash, yeah, Labash. But see, it's like last time I went to this, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready because, um, and I see that because last time I went to the store, you know, I'm still buying other fruit. I'm still buying durian and other fruits, and I could have just went and bought watermelon. I just feel like it's a good idea to start when everybody, like when we're supposed to start, you know. So I don't know. But like I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure when I'm gonna start, but that's been my latest thought on that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I've tried just about every fruit there is to try locally. I feel like that. I haven't been, but we'll see. But yeah, but I keep seeing all these pictures of watermelon too, especially from Bobby. I'm looking at Bobby videos cutting up watermelon, and it be having me like, ooh, it be making me want like I want to taste some watermelon. Yeah, them jackfruits, but like Myers got jackfruit. I seen a jackfruit the other day that was like $48. It was like $48, right? But that fucking jackfruit, it wasn't as big as a watermelon, right? It wasn't as big as a watermelon, but that jackfruit was about that big. It was big, but it's still, but jackfruit is considered an exotic fruit, and I guess it's harder to get here in the states, so you're gonna pay that bigger price. You think about watermelon. Watermelon, you know, is coming from the states. It's just being transported from one state to another. Jackfruit is being transported from a whole other country. So you got to pay for that. You got to pay them shipping charges, freight charges, whatever. And then just the rarity of the fruit here anyway. That's the only place that I've seen jackfruit so far, like the whole jackfruit. You know, So that that factors in too. And they only had one out. It wasn't like they had a lot of jackfruit. Like when you go and you see watermelon, it'd be big ass boxes full of watermelon. It wasn't like that. There was one jackfruit. That's it. And it was $48. So I don't like jackfruit that much. I don't like jackfruit that much. Watermelon, you know what too? Like, the thing about watermelon, like watermelon has to be your best value when it comes to fruit. Like there is no better value than watermelon. Like last year, I was getting 40-pound watermelons for 9.99. Where else can you get 40 pounds of food for less than $10? 40 pounds. Like my biggest watermelon last year was 44 pounds. Where else are you going to get 44 pounds of food for less than $10? And most people, like, if people were to start trying to answer that question, most of, like, no one would name food. Everything people would name would be something. It's not food that people would name. Like, if somebody would say rice, for example, like, that's not, yeah, although it's a fruit, you have to denature it to eat it. You can't eat rice in its natural state. You know, like who was this? I believe it was on a consultation. I really like what I told this person on this consultation. She was asking me about potatoes. I'm pretty this was either a consultation or a session, I don't remember. But she asked me about potatoes. And I was telling her, yeah, potatoes are a vegetable, but you're not supposed to eat them. That's why nature made potatoes hard. The reason potatoes are hard is so you won't eat them. And then humans think they're so fucking smart, try to outsmart nature, figure out a way to make them soft. No, that's not what you're supposed to do. They're hard because you're not supposed to eat them. They're hard because they are not food for you. That's why they're hard. And so, although rice is considered a fruit, it's the same thing though. I see it the same like rice, you're not gonna eat rice in its natural state. The reason rice is so hard like it is so you won't eat it. So you leave it alone. If you can't eat it in its natural state, you shouldn't be eating it because you're not supposed to eat it. Think about fruit. All the fruits that we are supposed to eat, you don't have to do anything to them, other than like peeling them. At the most, you got to peel them. You know, that's it. You don't have to denature them in any kind of way. You don't have to alter it. You don't have to put fire to them and destroy the essence of the fruit to eat it. You don't have to destroy the nutrients in the fruit to eat it. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, I hope my voice been picking up good on here. So, well, I know I was talking about rice, but I'm just saying, like, if you can't eat it in its natural state, that means you're not supposed to eat it. You're not supposed to like try to outsmart nature. Oh, this shit hard as fuck and it's nasty. Oh, I know what to do. First thing I'm gonna do is start this fire, and then when I put this fire to it, it's gonna soften up. And then I'm gonna go get some plants and some fucking herbs and some seasoning and some fucking spices. I'm gonna dump a bunch of this shit on here. Then it's gonna taste better. And then I'm gonna get this sauce and put this sauce. And by the time I do all that, like you're not supposed to do all that to eat. Like no other species in nature does all of that. Every species in nature eats whatever it eats in its natural state. Every species. That's how we're supposed to eat too. So people always know what about this and what about that and what about fish and what about that. Like the same rule applies. It's the same. It's always the same thing. If you cannot eat it in its natural state, then you're not supposed to eat it. It's that simple. There's nothing else to it. And I don't mean like if you cannot eat it in its natural state, meaning, oh, I could eat it, but this shit nasty as fuck. I don't mean like that. I mean like you can eat it in its natural state and you enjoy it. I can eat it, but I almost broke my tooth on this shit because it's so fucking hard, or I almost threw up trying to eat this shit because it's so disgusting. No, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like you supposed to be able to eat it and you love it, like you enjoy it. Like it's supposed to be a good experience. It's man, it's so simple. It's so simple. It's really just that. But I guess that shit is too simple. That shit is too simple, right? Because people got a problem with that. People just got a problem with that. And then like the options of the things that you can eat in their natural state, enjoy, is so vast. Like it's fucking infinite. It's infinite. And that's just not enough. It's like it's just not enough. And that's why we got heart disease and we got cancer and we got diabetes and ADHD and Alzheimer's and dementia. Fucking people be having strokes and heart attacks, and you got kidney disease and liver disease, lung disease, stomach cancer, irritable bowel syndrome, all these different fucking conditions because food ain't good enough. Because I don't know, it's like a lot of people just have a problem with simplicity. I love simplicity. Like I love going in the kitchen and just picking a piece of fruit off the table and eating that, and that's all it is to it. That's it. Like I love not having breakfast or lunch or dinner or all of that shit. Like I love not like fuck all that. Like I love not having that anymore. Like not doing it that way no more. Like having breakfast, like what I used to consider a good breakfast, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, be eating 4 or 5, 6 different things. You got your like your main shit here, which was some type of dead animal flesh, you know what I'm saying? And other animal related shit. And then you got like fucking sides. Like it'd be like 4 or 5 different things on the plate, you know what I'm saying? And then you gotta have something to drink because all that shit is dehydrated because it's all unnatural. So you gotta have something to drink. I might have a couple beverages, you know what I'm saying? And fuck all that. It take me like it would probably take about an hour. Like I'm talking about if I go out to a restaurant and have somebody cook for me, have somebody make it for me, I'm there for at least an hour. At least. If I do it myself, you know what I'm saying? If I do it myself, if I do all the cooking myself, man, fuck all that. Fucking cracking eggs and shit and taking this and seasoning it and throwing it in the skillet and you got another skillet going over here. You might have a pot going here. You know what I'm saying? You got shit in the fucking toaster and you got all these fucking condiments. You got the fucking jelly and the ketchup and the salt and you got all this shit. You got glasses, plates, and bowls and spoons and knives and forks. You got all this shit just to eat. And then once everything is finally ready, you put all that shit together. You sit down, you fucking eat, and now you got all these fucking dishes. They gotta be clean. Right? So you're not even done. You're not even done. And then you for me, I don't know how you but me, I would eat so fucking much. I wouldn't even wanna do shit after I finished eating, but just relax for a little while. I overate, but you still got all these fucking dishes that need to be clean. Don't nobody wanna do that shit, but it gotta be done. So me, I might just throw all that shit in the sink, and I usually have like a double-sided sink, so both sides are full of dishes. Fuck all that. Like to just and the opposite of that, like what I do if I want something to eat, I go in the kitchen, I might just grab a cucumber and I'm out the door. That's my total time in the kitchen, like less than 10 seconds. Grab a cucumber, I'm out the door. I might grab a couple of these tangerines I got, and I'm out the door. I'm done. I'm out the kitchen. There's no dishes after. Like, look at how much more time I get to myself by eating this way. And this is just breakfast. Like I would eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner and snack in between too. Like look at all this extra time that I get to myself. I go grab a cucumber and go get right back in the bed instead of being in the kitchen for an hour and some change or however long it takes. I'm already back in the bed. I'm eating in the bed. I'll grab some oranges, get back in the bed. I'll grab some strawberries, get back in the bed. Grapes, like whatever. There's nothing that compares to this life. There is nothing that compares to this lifestyle. There's nothing, nothing that even comes close to living like this. This lifestyle is, I hesitate to say it's shit because I'm thinking about shit like that word. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It is though. This lifestyle is shit. It really is. There's nothing better than but they are still arguing. I'm about to get off here though. I'm about to get off here. That's the truth, Tyree. That's the truth. That's the truth, Will. Sally, that's the truth. That's all the truth. Sally in here spitting facts. Will too. Hey, Labash, you gonna have to explain this emoji to me. You gotta. I need you to explain that emoji to me. Whatever that is, the gift. I don't know what that's called, but I need you to explain that to me. It fucking look like what the fuck am I doing? The fuck am I on my knees for? I don't know. You gotta tell me what's going on. Oh, I'm laughing hard as fuck then, huh? If I done broke down to my fucking knees, I'm on my knees laughing. What's good, Ulysses? Oh shit. I need to go work out. I need to go work out. I don't even because of what's going on YouTube, I don't even want to get off here. I just want to let them keep going. But no, I'm about to shit. Oh my God. Damn, shit, that shit is funny. Yeah, man, I've been on here about 3 hours, man. It's almost 3 hours I've been on here. I'm about to get off here. This shit started off dead as fuck, and then it started picking up a little bit. Oh, look at what Tyree said. I know all y'all can't see this, but this check out what Tyree said. I got a comment on this before I get out of here. Like this is just some real ass shit. But Tyree said, motherfuckers pray over dead flesh. So God, I mean, like think about it. Just think about that. These are my closing. This is my closing thought, comments, sentiments, right? Like think about that. Like religious people, right? You know, they eat these dead animals that we're not supposed to eat, right? But they believe we are, although it's really common sense that we're not. Like things like what Sally said earlier. You know what I'm saying? Where is that? See if I can see if I can't even find. Trying to find. Go back to Sally comment. Okay, boom. There it goes. How Sally said we have absolutely no instinct to chase down an animal. We don't even. Not only do we not have the instinct, we don't have the ability. We're not equipped with the ability to chase nothing down. That's why we gotta cheat. We gotta cheat. We gotta create weapons. We ain't equipped to chase down nothing with 4 legs. Like them animals fast as fuck. Like we could catch like a fucking sloth or some shit. Like that's about we could catch a sloth, we could catch a turtle. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a frog without cheating. We ain't we shit. Right? So boom. And then even like the shit, like, okay, you could catch a cow maybe, right? But what you gonna do with that? So she said we have absolutely no instinct to chase down an animal and tear into it with our teeth and lap up the blood and eat the heart, the brain, the asshole, etc., etc. And that's the truth. That's the truth, right? So you got that, right? That just clearly proves that we're not supposed to be eating animals, right? And like religious people, like they'll do this, like they'll have you know, their plate full of this dead cow flesh or dead pig flesh, dead bird flesh. And then they ask God to bless it. Like, motherfucker, you not supposed to be eating that shit. Like, that's the most like that's the most confused ass shit. Like you not supposed to be eating that shit. You ask God to bless that shit all you want. That's not how it works. That shit causes heart disease, it causes cancer, it causes diabetes, it causes heart disease. I mean, not heart disease, but Alzheimer's and a host of other diseases. Pray your ass off. That don't matter. You're still eating cancer and you're eating stress, you're eating depression, you're eating anxiety, you're eating energy. These are the energies that you're eating when you eat that shit. That's just interesting as fuck to me. That just shows you how confused religious people are. That's confusion, you know. But on that note, I just really like that comment. I just really like that comment from Tyree. You know what I'm saying? I really like that comment, and I just wanted to comment on it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely about to get off of here now because shit, it's after 10:20. Like I just said. 2 minutes ago, but it was like 9:50 when I said that. And that's 30 minutes that just went by that fucking fast. You know what I'm saying? Diamond, razor sharp teeth. Like, look at our teeth. Look at these motherfuckers. Look at these motherfuckers. Like, I see people like online, like trying to eat animal flesh raw. Like, they can't even tear it. Like, they can't do nothing with it. They like ah, like they can't do like these teeth are not for eating fucking animal flesh. Like look at these, they flat. These teeth are for eating fruit. That's what these teeth are for. All you gotta do is look at a real carnivore. Look at a real carnivore. They teeth don't look like this. They teeth don't look like they teeth are they got fangs. They should they should pointy and sharp. It's designed to rip flesh apart. Their teeth are not designed to eat fruit. These are for eating fruit. Look at these fucking fingers. I don't have no claws. Look at these fingers are not designed for ripping no flesh apart. I can't rip no flesh apart with these. These are designed to peel fruit. These are designed to peel fruit, to hold fruit. That's what these are. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. But yeah, I'm about to on that note, hold up. Hey, Diamond done lost over 200 pounds. Hey. No, but Diamond on YouTube lost over 200 pounds through water fasting alone, Diamond. Now she's fruit fasting. She's from 465 pounds down to 245 pounds. Congratulations, Diamond. Congratulations. 465 pounds down to 245. You must feel like brand new money. What's good, G Money? Yep. King Cooper dropped 90 pounds. King Cooper dropped 90 pounds. Diamond and dropped. How many pounds is that? 245, 220 pounds. 220 pounds. Salute. I say in a minute, you know what I'm saying? That losing weight is one of the hardest things I've ever done. I dropped 80. And when I dropped that weight, I said I will never have to lose weight again because I am not putting this shit back on. That shit was hard as fuck to get that weight off. Hold up, hey, I wonder if somebody on Will, what you know about this? Will Tyree said a cow is 80 different species in one. Is Will still here? I can't tell if Will is still here. Well, he said a cow is 80 different species in one. Hey, that's a fact, Will. That's a fact. A cow could kill us with no problem if it really wanted to. All it didn't have to do is sit on us. That's all it had to do. When we get next to it, all it got to do is just fall on us. It's over. It's over. Our life is over. A fucking cow fall on us and just go to sleep. It don't even have to fight. All it would have to do is just fall on us and go to sleep. It's over. If we can reach our cell phone, just better start making calls like "Mama, I love you." It's over for me. It's a motherfucking cow laying on my ass, and this motherfucker went to sleep. I don't have much longer to live. Start calling all your loved ones and just let them know this is it. I'm not gonna see any of y'all again. This fucking cow is laying on me right now. It won't get up. I tried to kill the motherfucker, and it just fell on me. It just fell on me and went to sleep. Yeah, Will, that's what Tyree was saying on Instagram, that the cow is 80 different species in one. I don't know. I never heard it. So I was just seeing if you ever heard anything like that, what your thoughts were. I know you know a lot of shit. I love cows, Shireen. They cows are so gentle. They they are so gentle. I don't even want to talk about that, man. Like that's gonna fucking give me emotion. They so gentle though. You know what I'm saying? Just like I was saying, like that Will was saying that I could easily kill us if they wanted to. Like easily, but they're so gentle. Like a cow would never, man. Cows are some of like the sweetest, most gentle animals and just loving, kind animals on this planet. And weak ass humans. These are just some weak ass people. They weak. I gotta stop talking about that. I'm starting to get angry. I feel it. I feel it starting to like rain. Like I feel it bubbling inside of me. I gotta stop talking about it. I feel like I'm starting to get mad just thinking. So I gotta move on. Yeah, Shireen, I ain't talking about that either. I ain't talking about that either. That shit is demonic though. That's all I'm gonna say. All of those industries are demonic. They're straight satanic. And I don't, I'm not a religious person, but I don't know how else to describe it. I feel like those two words or labels describe those industries perfectly. The animal slaughter industry and the so-called dairy industry, those industries are straight satanic and demonic. 100%. 100%. And so then, boom, you go back to religious people that eat the shit. Hmm, that's very interesting. Very interesting that you support these satanic and demonic industries. That's very interesting. You being a God fearing person, a so called God loving person. That's very interesting that you support Satanism. Very interesting. They don't even realize that they do it either. All of them. Like all of them. It don't matter. Christian, Muslim, it don't matter. Jew, it don't matter. All of them. But I ain't get on here to talk about that. And matter of fact, I'm about to get off. Look, it's about to be 10:30. I keep saying that. Oh, I see you, Shamar. You over here on Instagram now. Yeah, I'm about to get off of here, man. Hey, yep, that's a fact. Will, that's a fact. I'm good, Shamar. How you doing, bro? I'm about to get up off of here, go get this workout in and lay it down. You know what I'm saying, King Cooper? That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact, Alyssa. That's a fact too. They don't want to talk about that though. They don't want to talk about that. It's fine. It's whatever. Y'all do you. I don't give a fuck what you. I don't care. That ain't none of my business. But these are facts. These are facts. But yeah, watermelon washout starts June 1st. Before I get off of here, go to watermelonwashout.com, www.watermelonwashout.com to sign up to get more info. Everything you want to know about this washout is on there. Me and Bobby, we got a video on there. As soon as you go to that page, you'll see our video. Watch that video. If you still need more info, there's a ton of info on there about the washout. It begins June 1st. If you have been struggling to transition, you've been struggling to eat healthy, you want to be part of that washout. Because as I've been saying, this is so much more than just eating watermelon. This is going to be a coaching. It's like a coaching and mentorship program for 100 days, where you will get two coaches, two mentors, myself and Bobby Smith, working with you for the entire 100 days in a private group, a private community on Facebook. And I mean, you will receive encouragement and love and support, inspiration, motivation at a level that you have never received in your life, because that group is just high frequency, high energy. It's the highest of energy in that group. You know, like you'll be a part of a group where everyone is cheering you on. Everyone is rooting to see you win. Everyone is rooting for you, you know, and it's just rare to find that, because you start telling people that you eat fruit. We not even just one fruit. You just start telling people you eat fruit, just fruit. Watch how much negativity and hate gets directed your way from your family and your friends, and even strangers, if they should happen to hear about what you do. People don't understand eating just fruit. And most people just think it's stupid, don't make no sense. You're gonna start hearing people say you need protein and all this bullshit, and you need balanced meals, just blah blah blah, just toxicity will be coming at you from people that you would think would be supportive of you, but they can't support you because they don't understand what you're doing, you know. But in this group, there's none of that. In this group, everyone is on the same journey. Everyone. So all that's in the group is love and support and encouragement, family, unity, community. And like the value of that is priceless to me, because if you got to do your journey by yourself, it's doable, but it's a lot more enjoyable when you get to do your journey with others that are on the same journey as you, and you can share your experiences with them, and they share their experiences with you, and it's just so much better. It's so much better, and it's so much easier when you got so many people encouraging you and supporting you and rooting for you. And what makes it even easier is when you have two people working with you, two coaches, two mentors, the entire journey, the entire 100 days. So you still got time to sign up. It begins June 1st. It begins June 1st. It's the only challenge like it in its kind. There's nothing else like this nowhere in the world. This is it. This is it. This is it. So you got to June 1st to sign up. www.watermelonwashout.com. I hope to see all y'all there. Although I know I won't see all y'all there, but it would be really dope to see all y'all there.
the more the merrier. Like this is going to be the event of 2024. Last year when I did watermelon, like when I think back on last year, the first thing that comes to my mind is my watermelon journey. That's the first thing I think about when I think about last year. That comes to my mind. Like I'd have to like to think about something else. I'd have to pause and just think about that year. Like I'd have to take some time to reflect to come up with something else. The first thing that comes to my mind immediately is my watermelon washout last year because it changed my life. It changed my whole life. Like forever, my life has been changed from eating watermelon, you know. And so this year is going to be even bigger and even better, bigger and even better. So, boom, want to get in on that? That's the site. I'm about to get off of here. It was great talking to everybody on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. YouTube was lit. YouTube was fucking lit this evening. Everywhere else was kind of quiet, but still the energy, I appreciate the energy. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate all the conversation, all the exchanges. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the support. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the encouragement. You know what I'm saying? And y'all have a great evening. And since I'm banned on TikTok until the 11th, I'll probably be back on tomorrow.